Hello again. This is another episode of In Conservation with. My name is David Lindo. I'm also known as the Urban Birder. And today I'm joined by a very good friend of mine, Rafael Armada. And in fact, to his friends, he's called Rafa. So hopefully, Rafa, you won't mind me calling you Rafa.
Yeah,
But
of course.
Good. But firstly, I just want to read or tell you, shall I say, that we are sponsored by Cower Optics, or Cower Optics, and they bring to you they manufacture the world-renowned Promenade series of spotting scopes, and also Birds, Wildlife, and Nature, the tour company that strives to deliver the best birding and wildlife watching throughout the world. So, thank you very much to Cower Sporting Optics and Birds, Wildlife, and Nature. Now, I am really happy to have Rafa with me today because photography is something that's been really a thing that's really interested me throughout my entire birding life. I remember as a kid getting a small camera and trying to take photographs and seeing just a blurry dot in the distance in my pictures, and then sort of graduating to having a small kind of camera with a digital back. And again, nothing much was happening there. And then I got a bridge camera and things improved slightly, in fact, quite a lot. But I had so much envy looking at other people's pictures. Um, and finally, I'm onto the DSLR stage. I got a camera with a 300 millimeter lens. Um, and I'm really happy now because I can actually see things and the pictures come out a lot clearer. But I want to find out, we're all going to find out more about photography today. Rafa, how are you and where are you?
Hello, everyone. I am very, very well. I am with t-shirts, so I'm not in UK. You can assume that I am in Barcelona, and yeah, we're having a great time, and I mean, fine. And super happy to be with you, and very pleased also to be invited to your nice program, and also to chat with you this hour. Yeah,
Well,
super happy.
it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Rafa. For those who, well, you don't know because you don't know what's happening really, but Rafa and I are actually good friends. We've known each other for a few years now. And one thing about Rafa is that whenever I see him, it's normally at a function like a bird festival or even a photography festival. He's always got this smile on his face. He's always one of the guys having a laugh, and I want to hang out with him because that's where the fun is. And you often travel around in your motorhome, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. We just changed a new one, and yeah, the we're traveling especially around Catalonia and Spain. Yeah, but our idea is to do some more big things with the motorhome in a few years' time.
Good.
So if possible, one day we want to send and cross the Atlantic and start a huge adventure in some other continents. But yeah, at the moment, yeah, we are enjoying a lot with the fun. Yeah.
Okay. And also you're in Barcelona, and I know this recording is going to go out on YouTube, and people can be viewing this in the future. And by the way, if you are viewing this in the future, if you're enjoying this particular episode, please like and subscribe and tell all your friends about In Conservation with. But to be more sort of time specific now, there's been some terrible floods in southeastern Spain, and I understand that there is a bit of flooding happening in Barcelona. Are you all okay? And is it terrible?
No, we are okay. We are more than okay, really. It's nothing what happened here, what all the disasters that happened in Valencia last week. No, no, no. We are lucky. We just had a few floods, but nothing to complain really. Especially when you see things like they happen in in Valencia. It's a pity, really.
Yeah.
And we have common friends living in Valencia that they're okay. Yeah, their families are okay, but I know it's a nightmare for many people. Yeah, sad time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, our thoughts and love goes out to all the people that had suffered from that terrible flood. Anyway, for those who are unfamiliar with Rafael, or Rafa, as he's known to his friends, he is a birder, a professional wildlife photographer, and a guide from Barcelona. His photographic work has earned international recognition, including 2 gold medals and medals even at the Bird Photographer of the Year contest in 2021 and 2023. And I think in 2023, or maybe 2021, I was one of the judges, actually. I bet you didn't know that.
23, I think. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the grand prize at the festival Photo Nature Namur in 2023. In March 2024, you published your debut book, which is part of the reason why we are talking today. It's called Portfolio One, The Extraordinary Birds in Photographs and Stories, and it's published by Lynx Nature Books. This book is the first in a series of coffee table volumes designed to inspire a love for birds and promote conservation. Your photography is at the heart of your mission. So it's really great to have you here. Unfortunately, I haven't got a copy of the book in front of me, but I can see it to your camera left. There you go. Um, you need to, if you just introduce it, because I will not, or no one will be able to see it actually. So if you show us again.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There's some, well, you will see during my presentation, but there are some nice pictures. Yeah. Yeah. Some are more artistic, some other are more, these are more creative. Some other are more just,
Fabulous.
yeah.
Yeah, fabulous. In fact,
Documentary, yeah. So yeah, it's a
yeah,
nice book, and it's available in whole UK, and I'm very happy to say that the price also is very good. This is something I really like it, but no, really, it's because the main thing for the book is the background of the book is conservation. So as many people arrive with books, it's better for birds, for animals, for nature. Yeah.
and there cannot be a better reason to buy a book. So please get out there and buy sorry, Rafa's new book. Now, one of the
In
images,
English, the book, eh? Sorry. It's in Spanish, but it's a full English version for the book. Yeah.
very cool. And for those wondering, this wonderful picture here of a sanderling is also one of yours, Rafa, isn't it? Beautiful picture.
Yeah, super nice. Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorites. Yeah.
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 Now, let's talk about you and how you started. You were raised in Barcelona, yeah?
Yeah, I was born in a very well-known place by the British, which is Mallorca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mallorca.
I was born in Mallorca. But when I was 6, I came to Barcelona. Well, my parents, they came to Barcelona, so I grew up in Barcelona city. And when I was at the school, I had the Peterson field guide came to my hands. The version, one copy that was half in color, half in black and white.
Yes.
I think I have the book somewhere here. Yeah, this one
Yeah.
in Spanish. Yeah. So yeah, this is my little treasure. I have hundreds of books. I have more shelves somewhere else. But yeah, this is just a special, very special. Look, I was looking for this black and white draws.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
this is why I love black and white pictures. I was wondering this. Maybe.
But I mean, what was the moment when you suddenly realized you were interested in birds? Was there a, as the Americans say, was there a spark moment, or did you just were you just born interested?
Yeah, no, I think was the book. I think it was the book. The book just made me wonder if I could find those species in my area in Barcelona. So it start to was a kind of a detective inspector detective way to was at beginning maybe it was like a game to try to find as many birds as possible he- from the book, which is something we still do, no, bird watchers. So yeah, it was a matter of curiosity, and no, it was not a trigger. Just like boom, this is the moment. And it was just flow, and it was a because I had not anyone in my family was interested in this in birds and nature. So I was always oh, this is the weird the son I have. This all the time reading and going out, and at that time I didn't have beans, so my I had my first beans when I was 17 years 16, yeah, 16 years old. So yeah, I convinced all my friends or some of my friends, so we were 4 or 5 friends all together just doing this. So, not internet, not social media, no ebird, no nothing. Especially in Spain, we don't have any we don't have a good background of people and groups and clubs. No, in that time, no, not really.
Yeah. So when you started, you did it on your own. You were
Yeah, of
just
course. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same with the photography. Yeah.
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 You're now a professional photographer and tour leader, but you did other work before that, didn't you?
Yeah. 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 I am audiologist. You can say what? What? So I study audiology, and I run. I had a small business running some shops and people and blah blah. So it was doing well, but I was bored, and I was even having a very busy time with clients, people, blah blah. I, all the times the birds they were in my head, so it was not a point to keep. You only live once, and you want to be happy, and I feel very fortunate to have a passion, because not many people got this in life. So this is my if I am really proud of myself is because of this, because I have a passion,
Yeah.
in this case are birds and bird photography. But if not, yeah, I can understand the life without any passion. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Well, why don't we see some of your imagery? Let's have a look at some of your work, and then maybe we can talk after you've shown us some of your work.
Okay. So let me see if I can share this. So I start with yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
All
you can
good.
see.
All good.
Oh, good. Okay. So, well, the first slide is something we already said. No, I've been watching and photographing birds for almost 40 years. For the last 20 years, many of my pictures they've been published in many of the ornithological magazines and some literature. I was twice award gold in bird photographer with some other prizes as well. I'm a photographer of Agami Images, which is one of the best agencies in photo agencies of nature photo agencies here in Europe. I I founded the Warbler Tours and do birding and bird photography trips here in Barcelona, especially, and Spain. And I did this book. So how I did start, you saw this in real time with the Peterson. And this is pictures from 97. I was a twitcher. I was one of the one of the first twitchers in Spain. Also in Western Palearctic, I was the first person to reach 400, 500, 600, 700. species in WP in Western Palearctic, and yeah, so I was watching birds all my time. Yeah, also with pelagics since many years ago. In 2003, this is when I bought my first prime lenses. This is 500 millimeters Canon. That was the click, my main click to change for serious bird photography, because since then what my goal was to take pictures, especially of less known plumages or rare birds, something different than the typical photographies. And also because thanks to my knowledge of birds, I knew and I still know what's important in a picture, or which I don't know how you say, which is not only species, but which features I need to show in the picture, no? Or if the agencies they need something, or if I have in mind that maybe a picture can be used for a field guide or birds in flight, especially. So see, I'm very focused on this. So many of my pictures, they've been in many of the magazines, not just one or two numbers, but many of them. Also, I contribute with many pictures in the handbook of especially of the birds, and recently with the last handbook of Europe's vogels, which you already have translated in Spanish. Oh, we will have translated next month by links. So yeah, I'm very proud to be an Agami photographer, because not it's like it's a it's the club for the good European photographers, no? So something really interests me is the seabirds, and what I did was I and these 3 trips, they really changed my life. I did this birding down under in 2017, also Atlantic Odyssey and Antarctica in 18, and West Pacific Odyssey in 20 and 23. And the main goal was to take quality pictures, good pictures of birds that they've been barely photographed. You know, some of the species, to have pictures for some of the species, you need to be out in the boat for hours and hours and hours. Doesn't matter if rains or no, if there is a bad sea. And this is with all these conditions, not many people have the opportunity or the chances, no? So I was very focused to take this, and also endemic birds from some of the islands. So yeah, this is what changed my I wouldn't say completely, but it was more like to push me to be more focused in this kind of work. Uh, because thanks to that, especially for those trips, what stories do I am to capture through my lenses? So this is something I really focus. No, what's my main focus were endangered species. I want to explain, to share what's behind these critical endangered species. For example, black stilt or Santa Helena plover, Kagoo, New Zealand stone petrel. These birds are in real danger, with so many nice stories to explain. So to explain these stories, you need first good pictures, and then to do some work, no, which is part of the work I have in the book. Not with these species, with some others, but always my main goal, the target is to get especially these rare birds. And the same for art in nature. This is my way to see art in nature, no, inspired by birds. You can see we have the same bird, no. For many people, and especially for some big magazines, I heard once that the birds, they don't sell. So the birds, they don't sell magazines. So this is why not many magazines, or most of the magazines, they go more mammals and insects and fish and underwater photography, because they said they don't sell. But I think if there is a way to show a kind of art between the birds, especially good birds, and the art, or my way to see the birds, I think there's a way to go to the people and show them that there are nice stories or nice birds in or behind every picture. No, this is my way to see a king penguin. Or for example, what I really love is to try and with different slow shutters, and because this is the way you see a hummingbird. You don't see a hummingbird perfect. I have some perfect pictures of hummingbirds, but this is the way normally you see hummingbirds, like, ooh. And especially from people that we don't come from countries with hummingbirds. For us, it's like a ghost. We are not that used to identify and to see the hummingbirds, no, like this. Yeah, I want to say something, because I heard, well, some of my friends did a comment a few months ago. I don't never use any flash, or I don't never use any artificial backgrounds. All my pictures are natural. I try to find the best backgrounds. I move, I no, but nothing making or giving more stress to the birds. There's another kind of art, no? There's a minimalist way to show the mute swans. So for this, having these rare birds and having the artistic way to show the birds, this is how I win some of the competitions. The first one was this disappearing, and I took this picture in South Georgia. This is a reflection in the sand of a king penguin, and I shot this in, I think it was 120 speed, something like that. I didn't want a very sharp wave. What I wanted is to show that, no, the missing disappearing of the species. This is a perfect shot of a sword-billed hummingbird, but this is not the way you see hummingbirds. I know, David, you have seen a few hummingbirds, and this is not the way you see them. You see like a ghost. So here as well, no flash, no artificial background, which is very well. I see many people using this, but I think because I come from birding and from the love of birds, there are some things that I don't really want to do, and I don't want to push. Yeah, it's not my style. But also, okay, I love birds, but sometimes I find some mammals. So I won this category in France of a Ethiopian Highland hare, who was literally 3 meters away from me. She was stuck, like, this guy is not. I'm invisible for this guy. No, I saw her. Yeah. Same with the flying fish. I was lucky to won the overall prize for this, the biggest Belgian photography festival, and everything, all of this, and in the book portfolio, who was released last March by Link, sorry. So the book is divided in 3 chapters, which is the cold south, subantarctic, Second chapter is colors, which is Colombia. Third chapter is high seas, seabirds. So seabirds from my trips from South America to Cape Verde, the Pacific, and also the Mediterranean. Yeah. So this book share stories of because the background I already told you, no, I told you before, no, the background of the main the idea I want to share with people is conservation. So there are many issues that happens in our days. So I didn't want to have just a coffee table book with nice pictures. So I want to explain the stories behind those pictures. No, all the texts are things that they are outside the picture, things that you don't see, but you must know. No, for example, avian flu in the subantarctic. Also, recently discovered species in Colombia. When I took this picture of the Antioquia brushfinch, the bird on my left, they were only 6 individual known. Now they found I think already 400. And the nice thing is between these searches, they found a new antipita, which is not described yet. This is the first picture of this new species. We couldn't put any name because we didn't block, or we didn't I don't know how you say, we didn't.
There was no name for it. You
Yeah,
didn't.
but the thing is, if you put a name, if you are the first to put a name, the name of the bird stays.
Yeah,
So we were talking with the people who work with the species, and yeah, and we didn't want to make a mess with this. So we put at the time, I think it's not described yet. At the time we put this Gralaria spenova.
but you didn't call it Lindo's and Pitta.
Not yet. Mañana with the other. Also, we talk about how important is bird tourism for conservation. It's super important. If you use local people with local lodges on, they can earn money with these things. They don't need to cut the land. They don't need to transform the area. So yeah, this is so important. So this is another chapter in the book. Also, poorly known species of taxons. This is a European stone petrel, but we have the our version, which is Mediterranean stone petrel, and we explain the story. No, what this little hero does every day to feed, because they breed in Mallorca, so or in Ibiza. So from Ibiza, they come every day to Tarragona to feed. So we explain this. Also, we show threatened families, and we talk about successful conservation stories. In this case, for the short-tailed albatross in Japan, and all with the support of course, of this organization. Impossible to do the work we did with all the information, etc., without the help of them. Yeah, finito.
Great. Well, fabulous book. Amazing images, and it really makes me feel like running outside now with my camera, although it's pretty dark now, so maybe I could do it tomorrow morning. Um, Now, you've made some incredible journeys. I mean, some of those you touched on in the book, for example, going down to the South Seas. But what I love about what you do, and I think is amazing and special, is that you are Rafa, but you are part of a partnership. Your partner, Alejandra, also in her own right is a fabulous photographer, but she wrote the text for the book. Is that correct?
Yeah, most of the text. Yeah, 80% of the text. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, she did a super, super nice job. And this book, with only the pictures and without the text, shouldn't be the book it is, or the product it is right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think at this point, could we quickly meet Alejandra, um, just so that everyone can see her, your wonderful wife.
Alejandra. Yes, here
Hello.
next to me.
Hey,
Hello, Alejandra. Very lovely to meet you. Well, I meet you. I know
lovely to
you. I've
meet
known
you
you for some
too.
time too. What was it like writing this book?
Yeah, it was amazing. In the beginning, we didn't were thinking about okay, it's a bird photography book. Maybe we will do some captions, or maybe we will do some little descriptions. But in the end, it turned out like, okay, all those images are here, but maybe you know all these species, they need to speak loud about what they are and why they are in a bird book, because they are not that common in a bird book. So that was something like the project itself was asking to us, please put some more information and put it maybe in a way which is easy to digest, easy to process, something that it's uh, casual reading. You just, if you want to open the book in whatever page and just start reading, you will find maybe something interesting. And you don't need to read a ton of words from a technical article, even if it's very well supported by research papers and all of it. All the
Yeah, yeah,
information is very well curated,
yeah.
but we
Yeah.
try to do it very casual for the people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was an opportunity that we didn't want to miss.
Yeah.
Was the opportunity to put some nice text and nice stories
And
behind it.
inspiring, because
Yeah,
the first thing is like doing this first connection with the birds. After that, it's done, then you will go by yourself. It's a dead end. You just go up, 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 and you get more interested in birds. There's no ex birders. There's no ex. There's no way out of this world.
the
Once you are in, you are in.
Yeah.
cul-de-sac. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really, I mean, I think you succeeded, by the way, in what you've said, because I guess in English it's like bite-sized chunks, but the chunks are very good. Not one word is wasted. So you are picking up information, but you're not reading too much to make you think, oh, this is too much. It kind of makes you want to read more. So I think you've been very successful in producing such a book. Because as you said, Rafa, the danger is when you produce a book like this and there's no text. I mean, there's many books out there, picture books, coffee table books, which have wonderful images, and they tell you what the bird is and where it was photographed, and then that's it.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know, you don't learn anything,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
And I love what you said earlier. I love the fact that, you, Rafa, both of you were birders. There's so many photographers. I mean, I've traveled around. I've seen so many photographers who don't even know what they're taking a picture of. All they're interested in is getting the best picture of the most beautiful looking bird. And I've had people myself turn to me and say, I don't want to take a picture of that. It's brown. I want something that looks
yeah,
spectacular. And
yeah,
I think it's fantastic that you're a birder and a photographer, and also you are interested in taking pictures of things that people don't see often in terms of different plumages of even common birds.
yeah,
Mhm.
So the fact that you're chasing and looking for really scarce birds, which is for me, it's like a fantasy to go on a mission to look for endangered birds.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what's our dream is to do a book about BBB, brown boring birds.
Or boring brown, but I don't
Boring
know.
brown birds. Boring brown birds. This is our dream, yeah.
Because
But we need more portfolios. Before that, we need to be
Because boring brown birds actually are fabulous. I mean, on my
exactly.
Facebook,
Yeah,
sometimes I put up pictures of brown birds. I mean, I'd love to see a field guide that features females and immatures. You know, I'd
Yeah.
love that because it would be great not only for our knowledge, but also to appreciate those other plumages, I think.
It's true. It's true. And you know the main conclusion about this series, because of course portfolio is a portfolio one, it's a first book of a series, and we hope to do some more in the upcoming years. But the main thing is that we show photographs and stories of extraordinary birds because every bird is extraordinary.
All the birds. Yeah.
So, how long did it take you, Rafa, to create this book in terms of getting the photographs? Did you get all the photographs for the book, or did you use some older photographs you took?
No, the funny thing is, most of the pictures for the book, they were taken without the book in mind. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like I have an assignment and I need to do the book. Yeah, I have the assignment for the book, so I need to take a pictures. No, 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 no. That was for the last part.
Some
So
pictures of Colombia and in the West
yeah,
Pacific, they were.
yeah, yeah, for the last one. But no, the oldest picture maybe is not much, 5 years
Yeah.
old. But yeah,
Mm.
it's because everything is a process. So when Links came to me and said, "Okay, please, could you show us a project? Could you do some? We want to do, yeah. If you have a proposal, we are happy to do a book." It's what first day you are very happy, and the second day you are very depressed because the first day is okay, all my life dreaming about this, and the next day, oh no, I have almost 500,000 pictures in my hard disk. I need to choose, and I don't have pictures to do a book for any species or any family or any part of the world. So I have bits and bobs. So the problem was to fix all of this.
And to
And
find like a thread also was very challenging.
yeah. And and thanks to my good friend Andy Swash, he gave me the last push to hey, he gave me an idea for the name. So from that, everything came very, very easily. So we decided to do chapters. Doesn't matter if they were correlate or not, but at least those chapters are strong enough, and they explain story. So this is why we have um, if we have possibilities, we won't stop to doing portfolios, because it's a super nice way to show the people birds and explain stories, and yeah,
And it's also
never
like,
ending story.
yeah, it's never ending, and it's the way also to make everything convergent. Like it's our mission with photography, especially of course photography of Rafa, because portfolios are about Rafa's pictures. But the thing is that it's a pity that all those images, which are nice to see, which are nice to explain many things and nice to learn, that they stay inside of a computer somewhere on Earth. No, it's something that we want to make public, and yes, that's like the end of this mission.
I mean, it sounds like a massive adventure. I mean, what was it like being on a boat for days on end, going up and down, waiting for seabirds to fly past? Did you feel sick?
Yeah, of course, of course. Sick, and yeah, especially first day, especially first trip. But you want to be outside. It's not like, okay, I don't want to be sick and I stay in the lounge, or waiting for my food or the drinks. Or no, 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 no. I want to be well, because I want to be out. I want to be outside. It doesn't matter if rains or if snows or anything. So you have to find a way to be well. And the
And you're
first
very strong for this.
no, I have friends who are very strong. So you take. There are a few ways to avoid this, and you try which is the best way for you, and yeah, or maybe this works for 2, 3, 4 days or one week. and you have to change. But yeah, it's something that you don't think about it, really. Not at all. Not at all.
When you were in Colombia looking, well, you found the antpitta. Were you spending days just walking through jungles? I mean, how did that work?
We are lucky because we are, thanks to Ale, she's from Colombia, she's from Medellin. We are super well connected with everyone.
Yeah,
So we
are friends with the researchers that are doing all the field work. So they basically said to us everything, like, and it was so nice, of course, to hear the story, for the first time we heard the story was like, wow, I really, I couldn't believe it, because it was like, okay, there's one critical endangered bird here in this territory, which is so very, degraded because of agriculture, because of cattle, because it's in the middle of the most how do you say, deforested area of the Andes, and then they find a second species, and it's super, super, super rare. Oh, so it was so nice to go there to document this.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't spend weeks and weeks in the walking on the jungle. No. We know where to go. We are sharp, and
indeed, there was no jungle in the place.
No, but not in general, the Colombia.
In Colombia.
No, in Colombia. No, we know the people. Yeah, thanks to Ale, we know everyone in Colombia.
Out of interest, where did you two meet? Was it in Colombia?
No, it was here in Barcelona. Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, well, basically, I was finishing my doctorate in a different area. I'm a computational chemist, and I was finishing my doctorate here in the University of Barcelona. But in the meantime, I was looking for someone or a group or a club, a bird club, to go to see some birds nearby, because the birds in the city, there are few, and then to go to the natural
Can I
place.
stop you there? You should have met me then, because I could have showed you some birds in the city.
Mañana.
Okay.
Birds in the city.
But I wanted to go to Ebro Delta. I wanted to go to the
and you didn't have car.
I didn't have car. I didn't have contacts. I knew anyone. So it was like, very, very funny, because Rafa and I, we were friends from Facebook and Instagram. And I don't know how I published something.
I have thousands of friends.
Yeah.
I don't know you, but you too also. You have thousands of friends. And she was one of my thousands of friends.
Exactly.
And I was one of her thousands of friends. And
so maybe I posted a story about Barcelona or wherever, and he wrote to me like, oh, I also live here. And I was like, oh, nice. And he said, why don't we go to see some birds? And that was it. Yeah. That was the end.
Okay, well, that's good. Now, you two now formed a tour company together called Warbler Tours. And actually, I should put the address of the internet address, the website address on the chat. But basically, you formed this actual group, this tour group, a tour company, shall I say? And I've looked at your website, and actually the tours are really reasonable. I was looking at, for example, European storm petrels, for photographing them from 150 euros, which I think is really good value.
Yeah. You only need to be here.
Yeah, exactly. It's good value, but you need to be in Barcelona, and you need to go to Tarragona, and you need to use more days. Yeah, but the thing is, we think is the best place to photograph European stone petrel, maybe in the world, because we go only for 2 miles, so it depends of the state of the sea. Sometimes it's 7 minutes to reach the place. Sometimes it's 20 minutes. So yeah, we put some nice charm, very well prepared, with lots of love, and the birds, they just make rounds and rounds and rounds. Yeah, the first time we had like 50 birds around.
Yeah.
And you have lots of opportunities to take nice pictures. Yeah.
And also to see, it's like you see them
Yeah.
with bare eyes.
They're
And
super close. They come super, super, super close. We talk about 2-3 meters. Yeah.
yeah.
I need to come on that tour without any doubt.
You are invited. David, you are invited. Whenever you want to come, you are invited. Yeah.
Thank you. Photography is an interesting subject because there's a lot of people who I've met in my life, and some are very helpful and others are not very helpful at all. And it took me years to kind of become confident with a camera. But I still see people walking around with their lenses on, sorry, with their lens caps on. And I take pictures, whether it's raining, if the light's bad, I don't care. I take a picture. And like you, I'm really interested in taking pictures of birds that don't look quite right, even though they may be common species. I still think it's interesting, to take pictures and then look at them and learn from them. But what do you think makes a good bird photographer?
It was last Friday was bank holidays here in Spain. It was the 1st of November. So we went out for 3-4 days out to the Pyrenees. We didn't bring any cameras. We just went with the binoculars because we wanted to think and to know which picture we want. So first, it's like, okay, what I want. No, I know if I go to the Pyrenees, I know I won't see a Sunderling. I know I will see Lammergeier, vultures,
Puffs.
Phoenicus, black red stars, etc. But you have many opportunities. So something you really want, or something we try first, is to know, okay, if we go relax, no hurries, and we go to the place, we know which are the best scenarios and corners and where they are, and to have a picture in your head, sorry. And we come back and we try that picture once, 2, 3 times up to we got what we have, what we got. No, we got what we wanted. Yeah, sorry.
And sometimes you never get that picture.
Yeah. But this happens here. But because when we are in Colombia, we are run out of time and we need to go like Rambo. It's like operation. Yeah, we are. It's like a Twitcher. You don't have much time, but because we have practice, we know how it works. But if we are at home, what we really like is to discover and to know, take time to get the perfect picture. Yeah.
So you don't bring your camera with you the first time?
Depends, but it's an example. Last weekend we didn't bring any cameras. No. I'm more than happy, super relaxed, super happy. And we saw Lammergeier like we never did before.
Possibly the best views.
Incredible.
That's the problem. When you go without your camera, that's when the birds.
I know.
I feel very nervous not to be without my camera now. I have
Yeah.
I go.
Yeah.
But it's a super nice exercise anyway. It's like, in the end, many moments, and that's something that happened when you turned into a bird photography path. And I speak by myself because I used to be only a birder, not a photographer. And now I realize like some of the best moments with the birds, they are through the camera.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, but that happens because you are taking pictures some days. But anyway, when you have your time in the wild,
we saw this day, we saw a sparrowhawk trying to in 2 days we saw 2 sparrowhawks. One was trying to hunt a sparrow in front of us, and the day before he was trying to hunt a bat, a pipistrellus, a very small bat. In front of me was.
Yeah, never seen it.
Never seen it before. But I'm sure if I had my camera,
Never
happened. So
What is the most common mistake people make when they start taking pictures of birds?
I think it's also related with time. You need to take time. You need to see how the bird is doing and which is the best moment, the best opportunity, you know. For me, always, if I go to shoot one species, what I do is I try to look at lots of pictures of this and to see, okay, I'm more confident with this or no. What I really like is this kind of picture of this. So I try to first, maybe you need to try to copy, and second, you do your way. So for the people, many people, what I see is they go out and they shoot everything. Doesn't matter if it's good or not, doesn't matter the background, doesn't matter the species. And I think it's a matter of this. It's to be calm, relax, to know what are you going to do, and go. Yeah.
Does that mean that, for example, if you want to take pictures of birds in flight, then you just concentrate on that and don't think so much about the birds on the ground? Is that how it works?
For example, yeah. For example, yeah. This is something we did a few months back. We were focused to photograph just pipits in flight. We forgot everything. We had some good opportunities for some of the species, but we came home with top pictures of pipits in flight.
We did 3 trips, actually.
Just for that, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We have this here, yeah.
Boring brown birds.
Boring brown birds, yeah. Super nice.
Yeah, they're fabulous. But it's not just birds that you photograph. You've obviously shown us a hare, Ethiopian hare, but you also photograph other taxa, and you won a prize, didn't you, with the Navigueur dans le ciel. I can't speak French, but that's an award. That was an exhibition, or you're actually going to be showing some pictures. I just wondered, I think you still got those pictures you can show us quickly and talk us through.
Yeah. You know, I'm super lucky because last year when I went to pick up the big prize for the hair, they offered me, I showed them the pictures I have from flying fish, and they say, okay, please, why you don't send us a portfolio, and maybe because it's something we are really interested because we never had an exposition about this. So we will be exposing in this festival, which is the biggest nature photography festival in whole Europe. Almost 50,000 people. They have almost 50,000 visitors, and this is the kind of pictures we will show. No, it's not. I try to put some art in these flying fish pictures. So yeah, this is.
Where were these pictures taken?
Okay, let's go back. Yeah, this one is around Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea Islands, and this is a bit more south, as it was around Vanuatu. This is in the trip we did from New Zealand to Japan. And this happens because you are out trying to, or I was out trying to get birds, but there are many, not only hours, but days with no birds. There are places with no birds for days. We are almost 1 week without seeing any birds. So, and you have these creatures, you have a super opportunity to get this. And you know, with time, because this is not easy. They fly super fast, and you don't know from where they jump. But with practice, hours and hours and hours, you can make these things. Yeah. So this position will be in France, third weekend of November, in near Dijon, which is 400 kilometers east Paris. Yeah.
Amazing. Well,
These are yeah, some of the pictures are those.
yeah. Well, get yourself out there if you are watching now. If you're watching in the future, then you missed a really great exhibition. Just out of interest, I don't understand the logic behind fish jumping out of the water. Why would I want to do that? Is it a bit dangerous for them?
Well, flying fish, they live in very deep waters, so they don't have places to hide, and they have many predators. Sorry, like dolphins, mammals, and tunas and big fish. So the evolution makes them jump, and the first jump
escape.
was 1 centimeter. So after thousands and thousands of years, those jumps they start to be like flights. And now I think the record is almost 500 meters, half kilometer, not gliding, but flying, kind of gliding, flying. But you know what? Evolution makes some birds to know this, to follow sheep, and to know how to hunt them.
Mhm.
So especially red-footed booby, what they do, they do a super nice technique. These boobies are the smaller members of the family, of the Sula family. So if this is the level water, this is the fish. They come from behind and between the water and the fish, and they take them from the back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
incredible, really incredible.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Rafa, important question. What is your favorite bird?
Course. My favorite food is jamón ibérico, you know, and my favorite bird is yellow-browed warbler. Yeah,
Why?
because yellow-browed warbler is migration, is scarce. The first ones we saw in Spain, you know, we don't have many people here watching birds, especially 30 years ago. So to find this was like a mine of gold. So for me and it's also a nice bird. So for me it's a bit of this of mystery, scars, migration, autumn. I love autumn. And Philoscopus, I love Philoscopus as well. So yeah, this is why, yeah.
It's interesting, because I'm based in Extremadura in southwest Spain, as you know. And I'm a bit jealous because in northern Spain and in your part of Spain, in the northeast, that's where, and also even down in the south, in Andalusia, there seems to be more rarities and unusual birds than Extremadura. I mean, we've hardly ever picked anything up. I mean, the other day there was a yellow-browed warbler found actually, and on Saturday someone photographed a rough. Well, actually, it was a rough-legged buzzard, but they think it could be the American race.
So that, yeah.
So I wonder if it's because there's not enough people watching in Extremadura.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's related with this. In Catalonia, we're lucky. We have the strongest community in Spain by far. There's now these days many people watching birds. Yeah.
Okay.
No, same numbers than UK, of course, or Holland or Finland. No.
Yeah.
But
And talking about geography, if you could be anywhere in the world, where would you be right now?
Colombia, of course.
Without hesitation.
Colombia, no, without hesitation. No. In fact, we go in 1 month time. We will be there for a couple of months. We have some nice work to do with some nice rare species. We want to have good pictures of some of the rarest birds in Colombia, and we need time for that. So yeah, this is my dream now. Just counting hours.
Good. Well, listen, I wish you all the best with your new book. It's a fabulous book, and I think everyone should go out and get yourself a copy. It's called Portfolio One, Extraordinary Birds in Photographs and Stories, and it's published by Lynx, and that's the Spanish version there, but it's also available in English.
Yeah, sorry. It's English version here. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Anyone watching, please like and subscribe and tell your friends about In Conservation With. There's loads of different people that I've spoken to over the years about a whole ton of different subjects. So please visit the Urban Birder YouTube channel or go to the urbanbirderworld.com. So thank you very much again, Alejandra
Thank you,
and
David.
Rafa.
Thank you, David, for the invitation. Thank you very much.
Zoomers, thank you. And Zoomers, thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thank
Until
you.
we meet again, keep looking up.